All right, it's something I've been working on lately. It's been, 3 weeks, roughly since Ryan passed, and trying to find a way to honor him from a perspective that speaks to who he was as a person. He really talked about that a lot in those last few weeks. Was just how our lives aren't defined by what we do, but more importantly, they're defined by who we are as a person and how we show up to the people around us on an everyday basis, and even how we show up to ourselves for that matter. And that's the thing, is that Ryan really held a standard in his life for himself and for the people around him that exceeded the average expectation for most people by a lot. And at the same time with that, he never made you feel like you were insignificant because you couldn't hold that standard, but he would always make sure you understood where it was at. And he would always encourage people to go a little bit further than where they were comfortable at that point in time. And that's the whole idea with this, is that, and we're going to call it Be the Standard. And that's the name of the organization. That's the name of the movement per se, that I feel like Ryan, if he could pick something to stand behind, that would be it. And being the standard is not just at work. It's not just at home. It's all the little things in your life. It's the fact that his daughter was telling me today when she was over that I don't keep my workbench as clean as her dad does. And I thought about that, and he did, and he does. He has a level of organization to every little thing in his life that exceeded the average expectation by the average person. And that's exactly why he was able to achieve things and do things and experience things that were beyond what was normal. And so that's kind of the whole idea with this, is we're going to kind of go through certain characteristics that he really held a high standard for, and really drill down into those, as those are the core values behind what this thing is all about. And this is also about creating a movement per se to start to put this type of curriculum in front of kids at a younger age, because we complain about kids, young adults, and adults for that matter, that they don't contribute to society, and they don't know how to work hard. They don't know how to pull their weight. They don't know how to take ownership and responsibility of stuff. Here's the thing, most of them have never had an example in front of them of exactly how to do that. They've never been taught, they've never been shown, therefore they don't know what it is to follow through. They don't know what it is to work through the adversity, to overcome that feeling inside that says stop, go the easy route. They've never seen that. They've never learned that, therefore it's hard to hold that against them. But here's the thing, that's the whole point of this thing, is how do we start putting this in front of kids? How do we start building a tribe of mentors that kids can start to be associated with, to find that aspect of it, to find the things that ultimately at the end of the day you're looking for as a parent, as an employer, whatever it might be the case. And I think for me, that honors Ryan in a way that he'd been talking about that for some time, of how do we create something that starts to teach others how we think and how we ultimately live our lives to do what we do, to get what we have, to ultimately find some fulfillment from it. So that's the whole Be the Standard thing, is to create some curriculum from it, create funding around it that helps deliver this message, expands the reach of it, and gets other people to get excited about it and behind it, to share it with other people around them, to realize, you know what, this is how we make a difference, not just in our country, because that's a huge thing everybody talks about, but how do you make a difference in your home? How do you make a difference on your kids' softball team or volleyball program or soccer team or whatever? It's starting to live and breathe the standard. And that's the whole idea, is the standard becomes a way of life that becomes infectious to the people around you. It's what Ryan wanted. It's what he's going to get. And then we're going to start it right now.